own bag. And I feel like, and for me, and every woman is different. Like some women expect the man to pay, to do the things, and that's way, and I do as well. But I feel like for me, because I having a business is such a dominant role. Like I'm calling the shots all day. I have a team. I do payroll. I'm telling people what to do. When I come home, I don't want to do that. If you're my man, tell me what to do. Like instruct me, lead me, guide me. But a lot of men, they're not leaders.
Yeah. Or
So
they're
it's
afraid
like
to be.
I know men that are attracted to me and they're great men, like wonderful men. But I know when I can walk all over a man. And for me, I don't want that. If I can walk all over you, what I need you for?
But, but you saying like that's what
I
we
mean,
saying.
but see, that's why I said you're saying stuff that we say. It just doesn't come. They don't like when we say it. That's why, like, y'all gotta start policing other women. That's why I said it that way. I know you
Yeah.
gotta worry about you, but I'm saying like,
And
but
my friend, my girlfriends, like we make sure we hold each other accountable. Like at the end of the day, we know we desire to be wives. Right now, everybody's in different seasons of where they desire that to be. For me, I don't feel like I foresee myself getting married in the next 4 years. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, I'm fine. But at the end of the day, I don't put, if I know I'm called to be a wife or I know that I am a wife already, I have to make sure that, hey, Jasmine, you can't wear certain things. You can't do certain things. You can't say certain things because you're a wife. You're a representation of your husband. And so I don't know, my husband may be watching me on social media, but what he sees may be a reflection. Oh, she ain't it. Oh, she doing too much. Da 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 da. Woo woo woo. And men watch that. Men know when you easy. Men know when they can't get over on you. But it's what you put out there. It's who you
shit, I'll tell you,
you
dudes is
present
playing the
yourself.
long game now. Dudes is waiting for girls to get down bad when in their 30s, because a lot of times what starts to happen, they play around so much in their 20s, and then by the time they 30 or they got multiple kids, and all of a sudden, women start getting desperate. See, dudes is just waiting now. Now they playing the long game. So then they start getting desperate. Then they just start being like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'll go out with you." Like that's what I'm starting to see nowadays. That's what's starting to happen. And I'll
Mm-hmm.
be trying to tell them, I'll be like, "Yo, see, some women actually meet the dude they should be marrying in their 20s, and they end up fucking over because they're still pretty and hot at 20 something. And there's that, you know what? No, I got the juice now. I want to date around. And then the problem is dating around by the time then you look up and you are 30 something. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like the difference with you is you was grinding doing the business. They wasn't. Now they got kids and stuff and they looking around. They ain't got nothing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like now they ain't got no man, no career, and now then they get desperate and then they fall into that trap of now they in that even more messed up situation, wondering how did I get here? Well, it's because you were playing around so much in your
Yep.
20s.
And in
We
your
got to
20,
change that
I
narrative
tell them
of,
that all the time. Like I'm 26 and I'm killing it. Like
mm-hmm,
I'm that nigga. Like nobody can ever tell me that I'm not.
that you
Like I'm not.
ain't.
Like I have a business and I have an organization where I help people develop and find their purpose. And then I'm doing other things like trading. And so at the end of the day, you can't F off in your 20s. Your 20s is
Exactly.
your time to you have your most energy, you have the most resources. And right now, we're such in a technology generation, which can sometimes be a blessing and a curse, but we have so much access to information that our past generations didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
so, no, I'm not going to the club this weekend. No, I'm not going to the club next week. And no, I'm not going to the club in the middle of the week. Why? Because I have to work. Like, no. And I feel like
Yeah.
for me, going out, that's cool. But I want to go out when I've celebrated something, when I've accomplished something, when something has been done. Because what am I celebrating? I can buy a bottle at the house.
I think
Yeah.
one thing that you have that a lot of other women don't though, and I know you kind of saying what you run into as men, but I'm kind of trying to paint the picture of why some men are kind of like over it. Is you know how to turn it on and off. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I've met women who ain't half the boss that you are, and then
Balance.
you want to tell me how to do this, and I'm looking like, bro, but hold on, but I
Yeah,
pay my
you
where
know
you
how
at?
you said,
You
you
know
know how you
me.
said, yeah, you know how she said at home she don't want to be that. Yeah, but it's some women they want to be that
Home, they want to
outside
do it.
and home. Yeah,
They
they
don't know how
want
to
to do both.
submit.
Yeah, and it's
So
not gonna
when
work
you
that way.
were to admit on this podcast, you should see the look on their face.
That's
She's
the
like, they be like, I can't do that. I'm never doing that. I'm not gonna. I'm like, okay, but look, think about. I tell them all the time. Think about what you just said though. You said you want a guy that you don't want to walk all over, but then you don't want to submit to him. I'm like, that's not gonna work.
the
Not
I like,
gonna
cause
work.
all
reason
y'all
being, the
y'all are gonna
reason
be
being,
fighting.
the reason being is I'm spiritual. Like I have a relationship with the Lord. I'm a believer. If a woman can't submit to, you have to look at women's relationship with God or whatever they believe in. If a woman can't submit to God, she can't submit to her husband.
Yeah.
She can't submit to no man. She can't be submissive. She has no order. She has no structure. She can't even take rules and from a higher power. So how's
I'm,
she
about- I'm,
gonna?
about- I'm about to throw some stones right now because it's a lot of women in church that say they submit to God and still don't submit to their husband.
Oh,
You know, there's a lot of
absolutely,
mouth service. Yeah.
absolutely. They do that, and so
So why do you think
submission
that
is
is
not a
though?
bad word. It's an honor to. At the end of the day, the man is. You have to. Men and women need to know their roles when they're in union. So the man is supposed to be the provider. The man is supposed to be the head. The woman is supposed to be the helpmate.
So so when did you think that changed? Because it seemed like back in the day it was like that, but like now it's not like that.
It started to
Like
change.
why do
I
you
think a lot
think
of
they
women
hate the
now
word
are
submit?
becoming into a lot of women are doing entrepreneurship, business owners, all the wonderful things. Um, when women start making their own money, like
That's when it changed.
that's when they change, honestly, because now it's proven. You can look it up. Women this year are making more money than men. And that's not a bad thing. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter for me if I'm making more money than my significant other. I still have to submit if that's my role, if that's my husband, if that's who I'm in a relationship with, that's my significant other. But a lot of women allow this money to go to their head. It's like, oh, a man can't tell me nothing. I pay my own bills. True. But if you want a husband, if you want a relationship, you got to let go of that ego, sis.
You
Yes.
know what's crazy though?
Yes, Lord, they do. Oh my
In my history, they do.